This Supreme Oreo is 4 times the size, and I'll give it to you for 1/4 of the price. The one bad boy, $1,500. DM me.
Cookie Smut.
Hey friends, my name is Shauna, and I have a cookie company and Instagram called Cookie Smut. Now, anyone who knows me knows that in addition to being on top of all the latest trends in cookies, I'm also on top of all the latest trends in streetwear. Not a lie. If it was a lie, would I have 4 whole fanny packs? If you, like me, are a combination cookie and streetwear hype beast, then you'll know that a couple weeks ago, Supreme did a collab with Oreo where they released red Oreos with the Supreme logo on them. They sold out immediately, of course, and they showed up on eBay shortly thereafter, of course, where they sold for hundreds and thousands and then tens of thousands of dollars, of course. The craziest part about it is that it's not even a full pack of Oreos. It's not like the pack that you can buy at the grocery store. It's just one little sleeve of like 3 Oreos in a row. I think like even the little packs that you can get up at the register at a CVS have like 6 in there. Listen, I don't have a Supreme hookup, nor do I have tens of thousands of dollars to spare. So I thought I'd make my own Supreme Oreos. So here I'm gonna show you how I did it.
So first I cut out and baked 2 cookies using my largest circle cutter that I own, which is 3.5 inches. The reason that I chose to pick an extra large circle instead of a more Oreo size circle is simply because I was afraid that if I chose a circle cutter that was more accurate to the Oreo size, that I wasn't going to be able to squeeze in all the detail on there. And I really want to be able to see all the details, especially that Supreme logo on these cookies. Now, I also chose to cut out and bake sugar cookies as opposed to some kind of chocolate cookie, honestly, just because I was lazy and I already had sugar cookie dough made and I didn't feel like making an entire batch of chocolate cookie dough. After the cookies are cut, baked, and cool, you want to mix up some red icing to do all of the decorations. To mix this particular red color, I used Master Elite Red Rose. Even though the Supreme logo itself is a pretty bright, solid red, I muted my red color down a little bit with some green because the Supreme Oreo cookies actually are a little bit muted themselves because they're a cookie. First thing you do is just flood a base layer of red. Now, normally I decorate all my cookies using one consistency of icing for everything. I use a sort of medium consistency, I guess what people would call 15 to 20 second consistency icing for both flooding and lining. But for this cookie, because there are so many fine details of the pattern on the cookie and of the Supreme logo, I actually did decide to make 2 consistencies of icing for this. I have a much looser, runnier icing for the flood, which you can see here. You can also see that I start to run out of it at some point, and I'm squeezing every last drop onto the cookie and trying to smooth it out. And I also make a stiffer consistency for all the details on top, which you'll see later. And here you can see I'm smoothing my icing with a combination of my pokey tool and with some careful but vigorous shaking to get everything nice and smooth and even. After flooding the cookie, you want to let it dry for at least 20 to 30 minutes before moving on to the surface details. In order to get all the details onto this cookie and to get them very accurate to the original, I pulled out my projector for this one. So first I needed to find a good image to project onto the surface of the cookie. And most of the promotional photos for the Supreme Oreos have it at an angle, but luckily one person who actually bought a pack of these Oreos and apparently actually bought it for themselves, opened it and took a nice, almost directly overhead shot of the Oreo, and that's the image that I'm using to project onto here. And after that, this is pretty simple. There's just one color of detail to do, and I'm just piping following exactly the image that I have projected on here. While we watch me diligently pipe all the beautiful details onto this Supreme Oreo, I want to take a moment to rant to you about Supreme resellers. Immediately after these Oreos were put on sale, Supreme resellers snatched them all up and posted them on eBay, where they fetched up to, according to one headline I read, $92,000. Now, I haven't personally verified that auction price, but I did see one eBay listing with my very own eyes for $18,000. Again, that's for one sleeve of 3 Oreos. That's $6,000 per Oreo. Yikes. I think resellers are the absolute dregs of society. Bottom feeders, disrupting the market, ruining our otherwise flawless capitalist society. Okay, jokes aside, honestly, I actually don't really care about Supreme resellers that much since I don't buy or plan to buy any Supreme products, but what I do care about is concert ticket scalpers, which are pretty much the same thing. They go around, buy up all the supply of tickets for a concert, say the Doja Cat concert in April, which were originally sold at a very reasonable price of like $27. And then, when the tickets are all gone, they jack up the price to $90, not even including the $25 fee to SeatGeek, where chumps like me reluctantly buy them because even though we don't want to participate in the market that allows scalpers to exist, we just really, really need to see Doja Cat while she tours on this album, Hot Pink. It's really good. Check it out. Oh my God. Even more than spending $100 more on the tickets than I actually needed to, even more than the fact that scalpers make money while providing absolutely no value to anyone except for maybe StubHub and SeatGeek, the thing that really irks me about scalpers is that they're taking away money from the original artists. Clearly, Doja Cat can pull in $120 per ticket to her show because that's what they were selling at on StubHub and SeatGeek. That extra $100 above the actual ticket price should go to her, Doja Cat, my queen, instead of those dirty, rotten scalpers and their dirty, rotten scalper bots. Ugh. There is a special ring in hell for resellers and scalpers somewhere below the creator of Furby and above Facebook political ad copywriters. Go to hell. All right, rant done. Back to cookie decorating. After piping the details onto both of the Oreo cookies, now you want to let them dry super completely, at least overnight, if not a full 24 hours. In the meantime, you can make up your Oreo filling. I just found a recipe for homemade Oreo filling online, and I divided it by 4 because I'm really just making one giant cookie. Filling the Oreo cookies is pretty simple. All I did was fill it with my tiny offset spatula. The Oreo filling is pretty much just shortening, butter, powdered sugar, and vanilla. Super simple and so delicious. You can see here that I am trying to make the edges nice and neat so when it sandwiches together, it just looks a little bit neat because Oreos are made in a factory after all. After spreading all your filling on, just top it with the other cookie, and we're done. Here's our Enormo Supreme Oreo cookie.
Here's the finished Oreo. It's actually like really heavy. I should like weigh how much this. So I just weighed this. It actually weighs half a pound. That's absurd. I feel like I could safely say that this is sort of like a double stuff version. I don't know, at least like 1.5 stuff. All right, we're gonna try it. Okay, so honestly, these cookies are a bit old by now because it took me forever to do this video. So I'm kind of afraid that the cookie's gonna be so hard that I'm gonna bite it and then the filling is just gonna pop out the side. Oh. Oh God, it's so sweet. I think I made this cookie like a week ago. Still tastes great. The filling is so good. Obviously, it's not gonna work to eat this like a sandwich, but I mean, let's be real, no one eats Oreos like that anyway, so. The filling is so good, but it's really sweet. I mean, like, it's a sugar cookie with icing on it and then also Oreo filling. It's pretty freaking sweet. Okay, I'll stop. So good. So that's my Supreme Oreo. Not at all an Oreo. Still pretty tasty.
Hey friends, thanks for watching. Do all the things. And see you next time.
It's like a special occasions fanny pack.